Yo, guys, what is up? It's Teach here, coming at you again with another video over on Ark Survival Ascended, and in this video I am going to show you what could be one of the most important tames that you need to get a hold of, and that is the Veilwyn. The Veilwyn is one of the new creatures that was released with the Lost Island pack, and it is a stupid easy thing to tame. You just need to go to really any of the snow biomes, and it is a knockout tame, so you just knock it out and feed it whatever it wants. They have some pretty good stats overall. This one was like a 145 perfect tame technically, so it got some good health. 2KL is not bad, especially for a companion mode. Now it has some pretty cool things with its companion mode. Let me show you what that means. So all right, let's back up. They are breedable, so they can get better stats overall. Companion mode means that they literally cannot be killed. They can die, but they'll come back. I don't remember, it's like 30 minutes later, give or take. They just come back right back to your side and give you a bunch of boosts. These things are kind of like your team super thing, if you want to think of it that way. So what you can do with them is actually go inside of their little radial wheel by hitting E on them on PC. And then you can go to companion whistle commands and then turn companion mode on or off. Off means they don't follow you around. On means they do follow you around. And when you turn it on, it essentially opens up everything that it gives you the ability to do. You can set a default whistle skill. You can set wandering behavior, how close you want them to wander. I like to keep mine further away, so I will usually set mine to far away. And then obviously you can set all these other commands first. Now let's talk about what are the neat things. So this guy has the ability to call friends of the exact same level, 2 of them, and it will spawn in 2 levels that are identical to it. Identical, which is pretty cool. You can see that it's got a plus 10% damage, plus 5.5% armor. It gives me a boost called moral support, which means that these 2 are like additional creatures in the area, so they literally just count as 2 extras. And then it's a defensive pack, so they increase stats of everything nearby. Now, the next cool thing about this, so if you're not okay with just multiplying things, they have a whole bunch of abilities that call Here Fox. You can call it here, and it'll like poof out of the ground. It'll give you the ability to beg play if you want to play with those. It's got Tundra Endurance, increasing health, Tundra Power, increasing your damage, Tundra Swiftness, increasing speed, Moral, which is like supporting you. It's going to give you a support defensive boost, so a defensive boost to you, a moral support offense, a moral support speed, and that is obviously a huge thing. So you see that as soon as I turn that on, I get a huge speed boost from him. Now, that is the really cool thing in general. So basically, I get a permanent speed boost as well as the speed boost that he is going to give me. Now, if you go back to his little radial menu, you can go in there and you can actually set the default emote of the, where's the Tundra Swiftness right there? And if you put that in your hotbar, it's only like a 5 or 6 second thing, but every 2 minutes you get that, like, it basically gives you 150% move speed. Now, if you don't like that, you can also go back into its radial menu and you can change the boost you get. So Tundra Power is actually going to increase, so you can see, your companion has empowered your next attack to deal extra damage. And it's quite a bit of a jump, honestly. So moral support, your nearby companion is increasing the damage you deal. You can see there's my Tundra Power right there, and it gives you that ability. Now you can go back into it, and then you can also go into Tundra Endurance as well. You can stack these buffs, which is pretty cool. So we'll go ahead and go back into my inventory so you can see what I'm talking about. Now, the Tundra Power, where is it? No, it's not. What? It's not going to show my endurance buff. Whatever. You get the point. So Tundra Power, Tundra Endurance is the increased healing. You also see the moral support. He can actually provide the moral support of consistent doing this. Moral support of defensive. Do you want him to be offensive, or do you want him to boost speed? Now, personally, I like just keeping him on the moral support as a speed boost. It's just going to give you a little bit of a speed buff all the time. Those other ones are immediate boosts that give you the ability to do in a really crazy first attack, have an increased defense. You can pop that right before going into like charging turrets, so you and it will respawn. You can also get a massive speed boost real quick just to get through everything as well. So they're kind of unique. I think there's going to be a lot of different things that people add in that make them really strong, that they learn how to use them, right? Like being able to call in friends is pretty huge, and I'll go ahead and show you why. Let's go ahead and see if I can find something for them to attack. All of them follow you. You get like a pack boost because you're the leader of the pack, which is kind of cool. And then you can whistle, attack my target. And then all of them will kind of teleport over to it, and they just start like doing these like teleporting animations in and out, and they can destroy things. It's not really particularly close either. You can kind of move at insane speeds, and they kind of just like teleport with you, which is cool. I'll show you what I mean by that here. So if I go ahead and like move all the way to Blue Ob over here, they kind of poof into existence. There they are, and all three of them will show up. So they are really, really strong, and you can whistle them to neutral. So if someone's like doing some ground PvP with you, they will fight for you. All three of them will, and that's a pretty cool thing because they're just going to poof into existence and smoke things. So Veilworms are like, I wouldn't say they're like an automated turret, but they're not far off of it because they're unkillable, because when they do die, they just come right back like 30 minutes later. So it's kind of useful in that regard. They will poof wherever you want them to. And then you can also add the additional modes, whether they're endurance, power, swiftness, all of those things. Pretty huge. And then obviously, you know, there's the cute component of it. So it's got the nice little sitting down. Oh man, that's pretty cute. You can also do, hey, I want you to beg, because, you know, why not, right? So they're a lot of fun. Unfortunately, it looks like there is no armor buff on them. So they do not have something like the Armadoggo where it does have that armor buff. So, but they are a really cool thing, that kind of moving medic, if you want to call it that. Definitely capitalize on them. I think once people start breeding these two, they're going to be really strong, because in a PvP scenario, if people are like using foot PvP, they can teleport up into the sky. Let's see if I can get him to do it. All right. It's kind of hard to do it. Whistle, attack this target. No, whistle, attack that target. There we go. Will they do it? Nah, he's not going to do it for me. Darn. I think I have to be landed in order to make the call for it. But they can 1v1 quite a few things, which is kind of cool. So there's a Veilworm right there. We're going to go ahead and attack this target. And see how he kind of like poofs and then poofs into the realm of attackingness. It's pretty neat. So he doesn't take very much damage, and then he kind of like disappears and reappears. So it's a lot of fun to watch, honestly. And then if he's not, there he is. So I can't imagine trying to hit him if you're if in a PvP experience. So that's pretty fun. So anyways, Veilworm, really cool creature. I think it's things like that where you kind of change the meta and shake things up like they did with the Armadoggo. They almost had the Armadoggo right, but they messed up on a few quick things in order to just make it not the best. So anyways, hopefully this video is something that helps you out. But if you don't mind, smash that like button, leave a comment below for the algorithm, and then consider subbing to the channel. All right, other than that, Teach out.